Tenora Edwards, and I am the founder of the Pink and Black Honors. I would like to congratulate and thank all of the honorees for their participation in the 2023 Pink and Black Honors. We hope to see you again next year, and I hope to set a tone and a pace for entrepreneurs locally and nationally to continue their hard efforts, and we support you here in the city of Cleveland. Thank you.
Welcome to a new edition of the Pull-Up Experience.
Hello.
When I say this edition it just has me so excited. We've been waiting for this interview for quite some time. We have Miss Tenora Edwards with us this morning.
Yes.
Along with her is Demetrius,
the man, the myth,
and
legend.
Kanisha.
Yes.
I know everybody else is excited about this interview, just as excited as we are, and we're ready to get into it. It's such a blessing to have them all here.
Thanks for having me. Thank you, guys. So let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the Pink and Black Honors. It was fantastic, y'all.
Absolutely.
Did y'all enjoy yourselves?
Listen, we absolutely did.
Really?
And we got to dress up.
I know.
Right.
I got my Sunday best out and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you did. You looked amazing.
Thank you.
And the whole object of it all is to honor the people of the city that are doing big things and helping other people and supporting each other. It was such an amazing event, and you brought some big, heavy hitters to the city.
Yes.
Commend you on all of it. It was beautiful. We had, the details. We had the harp. Come on. It was going down. It was going down.
Beautiful young lady. What was her name?
The harpist?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness! She was incredible. People are still talking about the event, but
she enjoyed herself. She said she'll definitely be back this
awesome.
year.
Incredible.
It was top tier.
Yeah. With Tabitha Brown, Damon John,
Hill
Harper, Cleveland's
Hill.
own.
Hill.
Would you jump the stage?
Yeah, man. Hill kind of stole the show, but you know what? He was a fan favorite.
Yes.
Cleveland's own Danita Harris, but we also have to make sure that we give it up for the Cleveland Chorale.
They
really set it
on us.
David Gully.
Yes, absolutely. With led by David Gully. And so we just had a phenomenal time. But thank you all for having us back. Because we know that you guys were a part of the platform that we had last time. And so we're just continuing on. But we have the number one, the reason for us all being here.
Come on.
Miss Tenora Edwards. So we are so happy. So you guys, thanks for having us. Thank you so much.
I just don't know where to start with the Pink and Black Honors. All I can say that it was a vision that came to me. And in this space, I wanted to, as an entrepreneur myself, I've been one for 25 years.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I just wanted to take some time to acknowledge some entrepreneurs here in Cleveland. Sometimes we don't get recognized for the hard work that we do. So I took it upon myself to create that space. Create a space where we can acknowledge, support, and just give each other grace and some, networking. We had FutureLand there to offer a networking component to the event. But it was just, honestly, guys, I did not look at the tape until maybe a week ago.
Really?
Wow.
Not until a week ago to actually see, and I just cried. I'm like, we did this.
Wow.
We actually did this, and
it was phenomenal.
I couldn't believe it. All thanks to God for the vision and for the help and support and the people that He brought together to make the event happen. But it was amazing to see. Someone told me afterwards, they said, well, don't worry if you didn't have all the people that you wanted. This is your first time doing the event. But when I looked at the video, I said, well, Severance hosts 2,000. We have 1,500 people.
Come on,
That's what I'm talking about.
I was grateful for that.
We did.
It was amazing.
And we need to get your flowers because, like I said, I promise it was like black excellence in there of just seeing great people who are doing just anything phenomenal, just doing great things. And it was a great honor to be there, to be honest. So thank you for that.
Thank you guys for coming.
No. Thank you for having a vision, because like I said, the whole reason we had started this podcast was that very vision, to be able to give a platform to entrepreneurs, whether you just started or just you've been into 15 plus years. We want to give a platform to honor you and honor your journey in entrepreneurship. So.
And let people know that you are here.
Absolutely.
You know, it doesn't really matter how long you've been in business in Cleveland. Sometimes you can be in a little nook and you can have your clientele and customer base that they support you and they word of mouth and they spread the word, but not everybody knows. And some people are looking for you. You know? So it's, we've all given these people platforms so people can see who we are and where we are and what we're doing, so we can continue to support each other.
Absolutely.
And that's another thing that I wanted to touch on. We integrated experience with new entrepreneurs, or I'm for the underdog. I'm for that entrepreneur where, you know.
I wish I had my buzzer.
Starting already.
I would have had it.
I'm for the underdog. I want to offer that person that support and that encouragement. You can do it. You know, it's been said that it's hard. If you can survive in business here as an entrepreneur in the city of Cleveland, then you have some strength. You have what it takes. And I just want to share what I've learned and some of my experiences to help others be successful. This is our city. Let's work together. Let's help each other. Let's network. You know, why not?
Why not?
No.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Right there.
We absolutely need each other.
We do.
You know.
And specifically in the BIPOC community, which has been one of the main ingredients to this entire thing and making this thing come together, is we want to make sure that we're honoring legacy being built by minorities, specifically African Americans, right?
Say that.
I mean, because you know, there's so many other things that are against us to begin with, and then you have a business, right? You have an idea, you have a seed that was sown, and so we just want to make sure that that seed is continues to grow and that it continues to fervent, and you know, we want to continue to see that. And what I love about this thing also is it was not just adults that were there that were being honored, that had businesses. I mean, we had children, you know what I mean, up and coming young minds, brilliant minds, young authors and artists, and it was incredible, you know what I mean? And so
and I specifically did that for a reason. I think the youngest participant we had was Joshua Gary. And I went to his school, and I met with his classmates, and to see these young African men, they had so much skills and so much vision to becoming entrepreneurs. I had to honor one, but it's a family affair. You know, we wanted children, grandparents, aunts, uncles. We wanted people in the city to come out, experience Severance Hall, experience being honored and recognized on a whole nother level.
That's right. No, that's good.
And the people, the honorees, you know, it was, you know, they have their, like I said, they have their own niche. They have their own people that support them. But I'm sure it felt really good to be honored and recognized like
35
that. To know, to know that the city is watching. To know that it's not just you getting up every day and serving your customers and people that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. To know that the city is watching.
Absolutely.
And some people have heard of you that you don't even know, and your name is being spoken in rooms on a positive note about the great things that you're doing in the city. So that was truly amazing. It was.
And the feedback that I did receive from some of the honorees was, you know, I've been in this field for 20 years and no one's ever acknowledged me. So it just touched my heart to be able to be in that position to acknowledge, you know, so many amazing people. And then our sponsors that really took a chance with me, Case Western Reserve, United Black Fund, Jumpstart, Futureland, you know, a lot of people, Spectrum.
Wonderful.
You know, and this was my first time, and I
was so
humbly grateful.
Couldn't do what we do without the sponsors. So
Absolutely.
thank you.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
No, listen, like I said, and I know, like, I don't want to let go over my head. I'm pretty sure that took a lot of effort, time, and partnership to pull something like that off.
I can't.
To that magnitude. Because once again, this wasn't like a one in the dark type ordeal. This is like this is at a magnitude which we have never seen, I believe, in our city.
No, never. I haven't. I've never been to anything like that before. I felt like, you know, like this is our award show.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like Cleveland has an award show because it wasn't just centered around one career path or one, type of business. It was centered around everything.
Yeah.
We do, not to knock anyone or take anything away from the award ceremonies and programs that we do have, but this one wasn't geared specifically to one occupation. It was everything.
That's right.
It was everything. So it was literally our award show.
I mean, you think about our Entrepreneur of the Year, Larice Purnell.
Shout out to Larice, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Larice. And all the things that he does in the city, you know what I mean, with financial literacy and giving back to communities and all those different things. I mean, it really just encompassed all things entrepreneurship. And I just thought it was amazing. I thought it was absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad that you guys were able to come and experience it and that you felt, because, putting on the event is one thing, but having those eyes and those seats, those butts in the seats to say, okay, this is what we experience, because we know what the intention was. That was just meant to hear that.
Immediately I was on it like, whoa, this was, I'm looking at everybody like, oh, because I'm a dress up type of person. So I'm always looking for something I can put some clothes on.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So I was just looking at everybody like everybody looked so beautiful. The ladies in their gowns and all the men dressed up and the vendors and the businesses that were there too. It was like this is it right here. I cannot wait for the next one. And I do want to talk to Kanisha.
Oh,
yes.
We have the winner. We have the winner of the Pink and Black Honors here. This young lady has her own business, and she received the #1 spot for the Pink and Black Honor. So tell us about your business and how everything has happened and gone since you won.
Sure. So I'm Kanisha. I'm the owner of Balance Chair and Gymnastics, which is a Black and female-owned gymnastics gym right here in Northeast Ohio.
Yes.
And I talked a lot about in my pitch how God really turned my pain into my passion.
There we go.
Being a predominantly white sport as a Black gymnast, there's struggles inevitably. White coaches, white teammates, and I think unless you're a minority, you really can't understand kind of all that we go through. So I knew when I was in a position to open up my own gym, I would target minorities, the underserved, the underrepresented, and I did. And it's just so amazing that our girls, they see what's possible. They see me leading, they see me coaching, and I didn't have that experience growing up. So he definitely fueled me to just create that space for us, and we will grow and have a bigger space, a bigger gym. Winning that was really like eye-opening for me, because sometimes being the only one in your field, it's hard to know if you're doing the right thing, right? So I didn't have a lot of resources. Now I do, right? So it's nice to be able to pour back into our community and really show our girls that you too can achieve your dream. And it's close to me because I was a gymnast, so I understand kind of what they go through. And our bodies are the same, our hair is the same. They feel really comfortable, and even parents are traveling near and far just to have me coach their girls. So I'm very humbled by that.
Congratulations.
There's gyms everywhere, but not Black owned and Black female owned, and that's critical.
Bing, bing, bing,
So-
bing. Right
That's
there.
what you need to give him this message back.
And I just want to touch on that because we are really, really doing our thing in gymnastics out here.
We are.
So it's wonderful to have that. It's wonderful to have that because I enjoy watching it all. But it's the extra. The extra is just so nice.
We give a little up with it.
Yeah.
We like to shake something.
We do.
That's right.
But I want to just jump in here with Kanisha. When we incorporated the pitch contest, not only did she win the $10,000, but I personally, after the follow-up, try to pour into her and mentor her and share what wisdom I have. So it wasn't just, here, you take this check and you go on. We actually had a date where we went and had massages, because it's important as entrepreneurs that you take time for yourself and have some self-care. So we've had time, and we have some sessions coming up that we're looking at. She's looking at expanding.
Yes.
So we kind of follow. We want to follow up and be that source of help to our pitch winners.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to get into it. I was going to save it until later on in the interview. But I can attest to that. When I met Tenora off the top, she gave me her full attention. She on her own time, you know, I reached out to her and I just said, you know, I'm having this event, Tenora, and I feel like I'm upside down losing my mind right now. So I just need some guidance to be able to stay calm so that I can get things done properly. And like I said, she took her own time. It was no questions asked. She came, she sat down with me, she gave me the best advice. Everything she said, I was able to take. Everything. It was nothing that I was like, okay, well, I could put that to the side. I got that taken care of. Every piece of advice, she filled in all the blanks that I needed to be filled in. And not only that, she followed up, just like she said, to see what I needed. I was talking to Tenora. Tenora was like, yeah, I'm in the middle. I'm gonna sell about 20 tickets. So 20 of us will be there. Like, just no asking, no nothing. And she was out of town and came back to come to my event. Like, the gratitude and just the feeling of knowing that someone, you know, has nothing involved. She doesn't need anything from me, but she was just willing to make sure that I succeeded and connected me with different people so that I could. And I was like, this is a queen right here. She is a wonderful, genuinely wonderful person. And I really appreciate it. I'm so blessed to know you.
Thank you.
I love that. And I can agree too.
Yes. It's real. Yeah. It's real, y'all. It's real.
It is. And what I appreciate to piggyback on that, because I travel with Tenora and she and I partner together, no competition comes from her.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And sometimes it is often so hard to find someone that's truly happy for you and that truly will support you without looking out the side of their eye to make sure that, because as long as you ain't doing better than somebody, then they'll support you.
It's unfortunately
But sometimes when you have somebody who sees vision in people and understand what can sprout up from that, and all they want to do is invest in that, this is the epitome of that. You know what I mean? And so for me, even, you know, she's been able to open up doors. And I always tell her, you know, some people are doors that lead you into rooms that you otherwise wouldn't have been in. And Tenora has absolutely been that for me. So I can echo that. And I know that this entire initiative even came from her mentorship in entrepreneurship that she does on her own, but also her pink party that she does as well. And so this came from a vision from that of what she does for women. I'm sure she'll speak on that, what she does for women, and she wanted to take it over into entrepreneurs as well, to just kind of spread that influence. So thank you.
Yes.
Let's give her flowers, y'all.
Yes.
Thank you.
Speaking of flowers.
I'm out. I'm not saying anything else, but this is a prime example of people speaking your name in other rooms, and they're feeling like, I want to know her.
Yeah.
I want to know her. I've heard nothing but amazing things about her, and that she's a genuine, like, when you meet her, you just want to keep hugging her. Like, you just want to hug her because it's like, you know, it's like, it's all there. It's so genuine, and it feels like somebody that really cares about you, and is real about it, and that is real about that.
So I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying to get through this because people that may not know me, I don't talk much. I'm a worker behind the scene, but I have a passion for people. I have a passion for entrepreneurs. I was a single mom with 3 kids. I had to get in there and grind and make it on my own. And I want to give. I don't need anything. God has blessed me, so I try to give back to others, you know, that are struggling and trying to, you know, lift up. If you can't afford mentorship, I'm still going to help you. So we have to, you know, I just want to set an example that if more of us band together and just reach back and pull somebody up with us, it wouldn't, you know, Cleveland doesn't have to get a bad rap. You know, we have the entrepreneurs here. We have the wisdom. We have the resources. Let's help each other.
For sure. For sure.
Take a breath, everybody.
Right.
So, I mean, and that's great. That's a great segue, because I want to ask you, what are some of the highlights and downsides you have of being a mentor?
The highlights,
I love mentoring because I get to meet new people. I get to help them birth their ideas. One mentee I have now, Tiara, I just love her. I call her my twin because it's me in my younger days, but she's so full of energy. So just helping her to grow into her full potential, that's just so rewarding for me. Some of the downsides, you have to be careful that people take advantage of you. You know, they come in for that wisdom and they just want to they just come in with their own intentions. And then, you know, so you have that. So you have to learn to balance. So my mentor taught me years ago, I was going through something financial. And I'm like, I'm struggling here. And I'm like, why won't he just say, here's the money? You know, I'll loan you the money or I'll give it to you. He never said that. He always said, I'll pray for you. And in my frustration, I'm like, he'll pray for me. But every time he prayed for me, it came through. So I had to learn that I don't always have to go and rescue people. Sometimes we take different avenues and different routes to help them.
That's
To
good.
help them.
Yeah.
So these are just nuggets that I've learned along the way. So that was one of the downsides, you know, people burning you or people coming in with different intentions. It happens. But how do you bounce back? Because you don't want to take away from the next person that you may need to help.
I was going to ask you that too. Like, how you come back from that? Because I know I always preach mentorship because I know I would have not gotten anywhere in this life without a mentor. And having mentors in different aspects of your life, because there's spiritual mentors, there's mentors that financial mentors, you know. But once again, I don't think I would have gotten anywhere in life without mentors. So thank you for the mentors.
That's that piece of. That's that piece of. You know, you can only go so far without having someone that knows more than you, that can open more doors, that knows more people than you. That's that component of, in order to grow, you have to have that. You have to have someone that is doing better than you to teach you how to get there where they are. And so on and so forth.
Taking it a step further, the person who was doing the teaching, real success happens when you have someone to pass the legacy on to.
Come on, man. That's a bomb dropper, y'all. Y'all taking notes.
I mean, we're all scratching and scraping to get to the top, and thank God for drive and motivation and ambition and all of those things. But if you don't have anybody to leave it to, what good is it?
Come on now.
Right? So, man, we just can't say thank you enough. We really can't say thank you
The
enough
advice
for all that you
of
do.
prayer is also really good. I want to say that it's really good. There's a certain level of discernment and wisdom that comes with that. So that's probably the best advice.
I think so too, because
really
I
good.
think that when you keep hand feeding somebody something, they never get it. They never get it because you're right there for them every time. When you keep, you know, and that goes with any type of relationship, business, family, children, you know, spouses, friends, whatever. But when you tell them, hey,
you teach a man how to fish.
Exactly. hey, it's time for you to put everything
Come on, let's get in this
motion.
boat. Let me take you out here and show you how to cast this net, so you can create your own wealth for your own. You know what I mean? As opposed to just giving it.
And that's when they get it, and that's when they appreciate it.
Exactly.
And that's when they know how to get it again every time.
And it builds their confidence and their relationship to their faith, you know, or whatever your belief may be, but it builds muscle. It made me build muscle because I'm like, how am I going to get out of this? And he prayed with me, and that built my faith. And then after I think 5 years, he passed. So he was equipping me because he wouldn't always be there. So I'm the same way with my mentees. I can come to the rescue, but I don't. Even with my own children, you know, sometimes you have to let them get out there so they can know how to survive.
Right.
I love that. Being steadfast and building endurance.
Yes. Absolutely. That was my mother's lesson. She was like, no, I had a kid. She was like, yeah, no, go ahead and take care of that. You know, you get your job, you get your place, you get and I always, I'm so grateful for that upbringing because I've seen children that have, and they are still waiting for anyone in their life to, you know, they just can't do it on their own. And it's much harder for them trying to come out of that.
And it's the same, no difference with entrepreneurship. You know, most entrepreneurs, we have to get it. We have to go out there and make it happen. You know, we have to have that drive. We have to have that tenacity and that will and determination. I don't know if you guys know. I think you have him coming up, Ernie, with the drip.
He's on
Ernie, our
Tuesday.
boy.
Yeah.
Ernie.
We love Ernie.
Yeah, shout out Ernie. He'll be on Tuesday.
But I'm using Ernie as an example of determination. Ernie has that fire in his eyes. He's gonna make it happen.
That's right.
And we as a group of people from the city of Cleveland, we need to get behind him and keep pushing
Absolutely.
him.
I agree.
Because he's gonna make it, but he has that fire.
Yeah.
And entrepreneurs, you have to have that determination, because you're gonna get some no's. You're gonna get some doors shut. You're gonna run into obstacles. But it's how you come back is what really makes who you are. You know, if you're going to succeed, 50% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. 50%.
And that's that other side of entrepreneurship, you know, that not everyone knows about. You know, can you touch on that with us?
The other side of entrepreneurship. So, you know, people, how do they say it? Sometimes you may see the beginning or the end, but you don't see that middle. That middle. I didn't just get to where I am from skipping. You got to go through the steps.
Come on now.
You got to go through the process. You got to go through the birthing. And that's sometimes very painful. You know, my own personal journey, I've been through the process. I did 25 years of, when I first opened my center, I would be home and having to divide cereal and milk. This goes to the daycare and this stays home. Nobody sees that part, but they see me driving a Porsche, which means nothing to me. You know, it's just, but the crawl, the struggle, the tears, the pain.
I needed this.
As a single mom, I'm just giving you the real being the other side of entrepreneur, the tax issues, the fight. People don't want to talk about that.
They don't.
I've gotten hit with some heavy lessons, and I don't want anybody to have to endure, so I teach. I teach. And one of my most important and most painful lessons for entrepreneurs in my why. Most of you that know me know that I had a brother that he could do everything. He could paint, he could lay floors, he can do it, whatever he set in his mind. But he wasn't a tree cutter. He wasn't a tree cutter. And what I mean by that is he died taking on a job that he wasn't skilled or trained in. And he was crushed by a tree. And through that pain and through that experience, I tried to mentor and teach entrepreneurs, stay in your lane. Make sure you know the field. Don't try to hop in somebody else's field because you think you can do that because they're succeeding in it. Stay in your lane. Find what gifts God has placed in your hands so that you can walk and work in those gifts. He wasn't a tree cutter. cost him his life. I don't want anybody else to lose their life. Maybe not in that capacity, but mentally, physically.
Yes.
Know what you're good at. Find, speak mentorship. Find someone to help walk you through the process.
Yeah.
But that's my why. My why is, and if you look on my website, is let my experience be your guide. Let my pains, my hardships, my trials, let me share them with you so you don't have to make those mistakes.
Wow.
Yeah, so sorry to hear that.
Thank you for sharing.
But his life's not in vain because he's my driving force. And we all have to find our why. My son started a business, and I told him, understand your why, because once you understand your why, you're going to stand on it.
Ooh.
And it's going to make your job and your purpose even more, reachable. You're not going to give up as fast. So everybody, entrepreneurs, should always understand why they're doing what they're doing.
And he's very passionate. Like, just hearing him speak about it is like he's done his research, and I believe that he is ready.
And now I passed him on to Miss Nikita.
Yeah.
So thank you.
So I can mentor and share, the things that I know in my knowledge and help him along his journey to what he's trying to accomplish, for sure.
Absolutely.
Once again, and I just love that I've known people who have something traumatic. Something happened, and that's where they stop. That's where they end. Not end physically, but mentally and emotionally, right? Check out, right? The fact you use that to not even repel you, but use it as fuel to help others. I think that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
It is.
So no, thank you for that. So let's talk about the upcoming Pink and Black Honor.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's talk about that because I think that is phenomenal, and like I feel like it's gonna be bigger and better. That's just my opinion.
We know that. We know that.
It absolutely will be bigger and better.
So let's talk about it.
So we have secured our date.
Yes.
June 22nd. So please mark your calendar.
Mark your calendar.
June the 22nd, Cleveland and abroad. June the 22nd.
Yes.
Okay,
Severance Hall.
2024 at Severance Hall, the same
Okay.
place.
Okay.
Yes.
We want to bring out Cleveland's finest. We want to bring out our
Come
best
on,
outfits.
yes. Come on.
Hey, we all right. I wanted to say
One of our
tuxedo.
slogans is dress to impress.
There we go.
Tuxedos, gowns.
Yeah.
We want to see it all. We want you to smell good, look good,
Feel
feel
good.
good.
Yeah.
It is really an experience. And that was just our first one, as we continue to say. So we are going to continue to level up. We are in some really good conversations. We haven't announced just yet exactly who will be in attendance, but I can guarantee you, if you were there last year, it's a step up from last year. Okay.
See, I-
So we will be announcing it pretty soon. So at the top of the year, at the top of the year, we will be announcing that. But we're just kind of getting the excitement and the anticipation.
Build
going.
the build up.
Yeah, we're building it up. But we'll be back here before, so we can let the audience know.
Absolutely.
We
Yeah, it's
appreciate
gonna
that.
be-
We
it's gonna be
appreciate
amazing.
that.
And there's also a new platform that applicants can go on in order to
Absolutely.
apply.
And that'll be announced mid-January. So last year we kind of did our own process with a steering committee, but this year we're going to open it up to entrepreneurs so that you can nominate someone or you can nominate
Oh,
yourself.
wow.
So that platform will be live in January.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're expanding.
Yeah.
We're
Love it,
expanding.
love it.
No, that's awesome. That is awesome right there.
So that's I feel like that with putting my own event together, I feel like once you have that event, like you said, you looked back to see what was going on, and and I know you know every little thing that wasn't right, but not everyone else could see that because in my eyes it was put together so well.
Absolutely.
And it went so effortlessly and flawless. It just flowed. The speaking was great. All the speakers had so much positive things to say and so much to pour into the entire audience. Of course, the honorees, of course, the winners and the people and the new businesses that were honored, because it wasn't just you won first place.
Yes, ma'am.
But there were also other gifts given away.
Absolutely. We had a second place prize. I think that was local app and
Shout out to Jay.
he was third place, to Jay. I love him. And then we had Work B&B from Las Vegas was second place.
Oh, wow.
So we gave away a total of $25,000.
Come on now.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we're working with some sponsors this year to give away some really nice prizes again. We'll announce in January if we'll be doing the pitch contest again. We're waiting on to secure more funding for that, but it's coming. And we're excited about.
I feel like you can learn from what you, like I said, only you know what's going on to make everything just the second time around. What?
You know what? It's so funny. It's so funny you say that because it's the holiday season, right? So I cook and I host all the time. I've been perfecting my sweet potato pie recipe.
Okay.
So I've kind of been trying to, all right. So like leading up to Thanksgiving, I was making pies and I was giving them away.
Okay.
And I knew because I would taste it before I would actually give it away. And I said, okay, this is what this needs, but I'm going to give it away as a trial to see
what they say.
So they would eat it and everything was good, but I knew what it was missing. Right? And I knew what I could do better. And I knew the next time, once I put it on your plate, it's going to be even better. Yeah. So that's all it is. That's all it is.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point.
That is.
That's a great point because I got a lot of feedback. And, instead of me saying, I'm going to do it my way, I listen. I listen and I process. And, it's going to be a lot. We're going to the next level. But give grace.
Yes.
Give grace to those that this may be their first time doing something. Allow for grace. If you're not going to say, hey, you did this, how can I help you? That's me. Yeah. How can I help you? I'm not going to come and just critique and tear down your program, although we did not get a lot of that. We got a lot of compliments, but, we always have the other side. You won't be able to please everyone, but just I took into consideration the feedback, and I leveled up, and I did what I needed to do because it's an event of excellence. Yeah. So, and it's an event where I want to provide resources and knowledge and wisdom. I didn't just bring Tabitha Brown and Damon John and Hill Harper to Cleveland just to have them here. I wanted them to share their nuggets of wisdom, their nuggets of wisdom and entrepreneurship. And they did just that.
And they did.
They definitely did.
And you definitely walked out of there as an entrepreneur and in your daily life with some nuggets, with some things that you could take with you, with some things that you could abide by in your life.
Yes.
For me, the ambiance, it was just like, it was just being around this many.
It was hot.
Listen, just being around people who are doing things in the city.
That's a piece of the pie. We go with the pie again. That's a piece of the pie. But the main thing is what you said. We want for people to come, gain whatever it is that they can, and take it back into the vision that God has given you and flourish. I mean, that's really the whole idea. You know what I mean? It's not just for us to come together and look good. Yeah, we want to do that.
We was looking good.
It's not just for us to come together and say, oh, okay, I got a chance to meet this celebrity or that celebrity. It's more so creative minds are coming together. Who God has given ideas for. He gave you an idea for this place. He gave you an idea for this platform. He gave you an idea for this gym. He gave Tenora an idea for all of this. So that's what we want is for people to rub elbows, and you just never know who's in the room with you. We talk about Damon John, who is on Shark Tank, right? And he was in the building with us. Sometimes, like I said last time when I was here, those people may have pitched those businesses to so many different, people in the past, but sometimes it's just being in a room with that one right person, and you never know, that could be life changing. So that's what we want to become of this, and we hope that we can continue to do this for years to come, but we want for people to be well connected, and to leave there with some form of value.
You know what other big thing I feel like I left the Pink and Black Honors with was motivation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I feel like if you're in a place where you may be in a slump or you may feel like you're standing still and things are not moving forward, the way that you want them to. I feel like everything there was also a kick, another kick start. Like, let's go.
Yes.
It's back on. You know what I'm saying? It's back on. Let's, you know, you got the energy again. You have the energy and you have the, you know, the ambition again. And you like, all right, I've been wanting to do this for so long. Let's get started on that too. You know what I'm saying? Let's change it. Let's get organized even. Just sometimes a lot of people don't know how much organizing yourself and getting everything to where it's clear and concise can help you to push forward as well. You got to line everything up right, and you can't just be, some of us are just the business is consuming us, you know, trying to market ourselves, especially as small businesses, and you're doing everything on your own. And it's like you're kind of a little bit, you're sharing your time a little bit of everywhere, but if you organize it and get it in line, like, it'll help so much more. And I felt like I left there with that information to be like, Nick, get it together. Like, it's going, get
it. Keeping that momentum going too, because sometimes we do feel like a jolt of inspiration or motivation, and you can feel it for about a week, and then we're out of that high level environment, and then that momentum kind of dries up, you know, which is why we're back at it again. You know, this isn't until June. We're in December, but we want to make sure that momentum continues to stay.
And we're also creating, I'm working with hopefully the city of Cleveland to create a space where we can provide a resource for people that need help with how do you organize your business?
Come on now.
How do you start a nonprofit? So please follow our social media, because we're going to try to get that together before the actual Pink and Black.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
awesome.
By the way, for the people who are lazy,
The business side of your business. The business side of your business is important.
No, that's all good. Listen, and like once again, for me, it was being in a room with all these people who you see doing their thing and having a conversation. I had a great conversation with Reese, like for 10 minutes or whatnot. Were you talking and whatnot? And I'm like, man, like, be in the room with people, what you see on social media, you see in the room, they are actually real people, right? One, but two, they want to network, they want to collaborate with you, they want to pour into you and whatnot, but you got to be in the right rooms with the right people, like you said, and whatnot. And now Black Honors does just that. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
And I encourage other entrepreneurs and other spaces to create spaces. Let me give you another important tidbit.
Please. Share.
This is very
Drop
important.
them gems.
But if you don't get invited to and I wish I could invite all the entrepreneurs because I understand. But if you don't get invited to a table, create your own.
I'm about to get up. I'm about to get
That
up.
was mine. That was mine.
That was good.
That was a buzzer moment.
Don't be afraid to create it. You can do it. Create your own space. Why not? Because we all deserve a seat at a table.
Yes.
You know, and if you're not getting into an area or a space that you feel, you create it.
Yes.
You can do it. Create it. I'm here to tell you. Create it.
Create the table and God will prepare you.
Man, listen, this is where the quote came from. But literally, he was like, there's not a platform where it's just for entrepreneurs, especially ones that like us.
Yes.
And there's no one getting a platform today. So that speaks to what we're doing right now, right here. You know? So thank you for that, because that's real.
Because we need these spaces. We need you to create this. We need the entrepreneurs out there that's thinking about it.
Create it.
It's needed.
It can be intimidating for new entrepreneurs too, and I think it's good to have that safe space and they see what's possible. We all start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I remember starting at a local, my friend Asia, her daycare. I didn't have a gymnastics space, right? So I think it's important for entrepreneurs to know we all start somewhere. And just because you're not where someone else will be, you'll get to where you need to be in God's timing and His will. I think that's most important. Not looking at other people and looking at what they have, but kind of understanding your own journey.
Absolutely.
So I think it'll be inspiring too. I was inspired. It just jumpstarts you and motivates you to do better.
No, and once again, like I said, I just want to put emphasis on the fact that Cleveland's not known for collaborations. No, we're not known for that. We have a stigma of not collaborating, and you guys are literally transforming that around. So thank you for that.
Yes, that's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Love, collaboration, networking, work together so we can all succeed and bring our city up.
So June
22nd.
22nd.
Mark your calendars now.
22nd.
Mark
Got
it
it.
now.
I don't know.
Yeah, listen, I'm clearing the calendar.
22nd, I'll make
June
the
the
light
22nd.
bright.
That is a Saturday.
It's Saturday, yes. And we're back at Severance Hall on top of that.
We're
The
back at
elegant
Get excited.
Severance Hall and whatnot. We're bringing back excellence to Severance Hall, y'all.
Yes.
I love it.
I advise entrepreneurs, especially even if you just have an idea and you haven't acted on it yet.
Absolutely.
I've had people come in here and they'll be like, I commend what you're doing, and I have this idea. I'm like, do it.
Yes.
Do it. I feel like if you go to this event, like I said, even if it's just a spark and something in your mind that you want to do, you can take away something from a spark all the way to 25 years of business. You can take something away from it. So, I advise, it's a place a room you definitely want to be in. You're going to be able to connect with some people that are possibly in the same field that you have an idea about. And then, people that already have things going on. It's a great room for collaboration, just networking as a whole, and just getting to experience, listening to the speakers, getting to hear that they are just like us. You know what I'm saying? They are just like us. They started from a spark and now they're here.
Yeah.
And, everybody almost has the same story, in some different way, shape, or form. It's the same story about that spark and where it led you to.
And believing in yourself, even when others doubt you, you have to believe in yourself as an entrepreneur. I never would have thought I would be at a table with Damon John, and he's speaking to me and giving me a pendant from the president's office. I'm just like, why is this really happening? But I believed in the mission and in the purpose in entrepreneurship. So you have to believe, and when you come to the Pink and Black Honors, please do not forget your business cards. Please do not forget your business cards, because it is a networking space.
Absolutely.
And you just never know who you may be able to connect with.
Well, we have a whole networking hour before the actual event where entrepreneurs who actually aren't necessarily even the honorees, they come together, and that is the time to sport yourself, right? So please bring your business cards, please.
I think
please.
Fit up our calendar for the rest of the year off of networking with people and having a podcast from when we did that networking hour.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So no.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see the 2024 new honorees.
Oh, we can't.
This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
So good luck to everybody.
Yeah.
And, again, if your name is not chosen this time, don't give up.
Don't give up, yeah.
Be
Don't
steadfast.
give up. Be steadfast.
Absolutely.
Because we're still rooting for you, and we want you to succeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And reach out to us on social media too, guys. Like, don't be afraid. Let us know what you're doing, because we don't know every business that's here.
Yeah.
So reach out to us. We try to be as active as we can be on our social media. DM us. We have people around the clock who are on there. So reach out to us. Let us know what you're doing, because sometimes we just don't know what's all here.
Yeah.
And there are so many people that are worth being recognized. And so we can't win every battle at one time, but we can win a couple of them. One by one. So you guys, let us know who you are. Let us know where you are, what it is that you're doing, how it is that you're giving back to the community, and we want to be able to celebrate that and highlight that here.
And we can attest to that because you guys are episode 162. We're at 162, and we're literally booked until now, April. And we're not even close to being done. So it goes to show, once again, just how Cleveland is a hub for entrepreneurship now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Get it done.
No, we really do.
Get
We
it
really
done.
do. No, absolutely.
I feel so good hearing that, that people take that initiative and just take that first step,
Yeah.
and follow their dreams. Like, that is, wow.
That's the
That's
saying. What does it
something to
say?
be said.
If you build it, they'll come. So you can't be afraid to build it.
Sure,
Do it.
yeah.
Whatever idea God has given you, whatever good thing it is that you can put out in the world, you just never know what could become of that. You know what I mean? So you want to have a return on that investment. Give it up, guys. Give it up.
There we go.
Believe in yourself, and let's get to it.
Yeah, for sure.
No, absolutely. And we're gonna schedule a separate interview with you, by the way. So yes,
you.
look for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
You gotta make sure we spotlight that.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
But I want
Thank
to
you.
ask you guys, each of you guys, what are 3 things you believe someone should take away from today's interview? Like 3 takeaways, because you guys have been dropping bombs left and right. You know, what are 3 takeaways someone should be watching today should take away?
Oh, I could. So the first thing, I think it's important to know your why. Your why will fuel you. It will guide you on those dark nights. Because as an entrepreneur, you'll have them. You'll have those days. And I think, for me at least, remembering my why is always going to be Black and brown gymnast, period, right? So that fuels me on those hard days. Second, I think I would say being steadfast, right? So being immovable when those tough times come, knowing that there's always that sun at the end of the end, right? At the end of those rainy, cloudy days. And lastly, I think maybe staying true to yourself. I know they're all basically kind of the same, but I think even when no one else believes in you, you believe in yourself.
That's good.
And again, not comparing yourself to others. I think on social media, there's that idea of, you know, if you can't make it, no one else will, right? So I think just kind of following your heart, really. And I think that's what I do every day. And even I said in my pitch, you know, your why guides you, your goals galvanize you, and really nothing else matters after that. So
I know, right?
There's a button.
And also with these 3 things, if there's something that you haven't shared that you want to share as well, something that you haven't said already.
My main thing is, and I guess this can sum up 3 things. This is what I live by: is when you get, you give, and when you learn, you teach. Hands down. Maya Angelou, thank you so much for that. But that is the entire intention behind this whole initiative here. Right? Tenora has been given a vision by God, and she's executed it, and she's done it with excellence, right? And with that, with all of the hard work that she's been able to do, she's been able to obtain a certain level of success for herself, for her family, and now she's teaching, right? So now she's reaching back, and she's pulling up, and not just herself, but she's built this conglomerate of people to come together with different goals, vision, different gifts, and we're all coming together, and we're seeing how what this vision that God gave her, like how it's becoming a masterpiece. You know what I mean? Because she's going in that order. When you get, you give, and when you learn, you teach. So that's absolutely what I would say.
So that was by the way.
Yeah.
Title of the episode. I love it.
Absolutely. That's what I would have to say. That'll sum up my 3.
Just want to jump in real quick on that. It makes it easier for people to want to work with you and want to do things with you and want to make any of your visions come true, because you are pouring into them so much that you know how you go to that job and you just don't want to do it today, you know what I'm saying? You sick of this job and things like that. But if you treat people right, they will absolutely want to come to work. They will absolutely want to do their best. They will, and that's what I think you bring to everybody. Everybody's like, yes. What do you need? Just like you said, what do you need? What do you need?
Yes.
You know. So yes.
May I also add one thing about Miss Tenora? It's been on my heart like this whole time. You're a seed planter. I think about all the gems like she's dropped on me in just these short few months. I don't want to get emotional. But I think about she's expanding me, right? Whatever you water will grow, and it's just beautiful. So I've been taking that in over these last few months. So thank you for that.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Well, I guess I would have to say, you said 3 things, so
You've been dropping bombs.
all day.
So I would say definitely to entrepreneurs and to people to show gratitude. When people help you or go out of their way, say thank you. That'll make them want to help you even more. So a little bit of gratitude goes a long way, and to allow for grace. It's important that we as entrepreneurs allow for error in our growth process. We're going to make mistakes. It's okay. You know, we don't want to judge or beat anyone down because of their errors. we all are going to make mistakes somewhere. So allow for error in your growth process. And the last thing I would just say, advise people reach back and help someone. Just make it a goal for 2024 to reach back and just help one person at least.
No, that's
good.
Yes, indeed.
that is good stuff, y'all. And once again, we are honored to have you here. Absolutely.
Well, we got some little excerpts out of that we can really take.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she was dropping
Good.
bombs.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you guys so much for having
No,
us.
thank you
We
guys.
appreciate
being
Listen,
being able to
we
come
can't
here
thank y'all
whenever we
enough.
can.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are, your hospitality here is
Anytime.
Anytime, y'all, we are dropping what we're doing. Y'all come on.
We're locked
Yes.
in, right?
Yes.
We're locked
Yes.
in.
Yeah,
Whatever
we're locked
you
in,
have,
absolutely.
you guys have going on, come on here.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
We'll be back for sure.
great.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, we will.
This is what this platform is for. Like you said, like what you guys do with the Pink and Black Honor, we do this pull-up experience. We want to honor and give a platform to entrepreneurs in the city who are doing great things. And it just only makes sense, you know?
Awesome.
So yeah, so you guys will see us there, you know,
Absolutely.
in our Sunday's best.
And I know
Yes.
you will all be there. I know
Yes,
it. I know
yes,
it.
yes,
I'm
yes.
excited to see everyone. I'm ready.
Listen.
Yes, already.
And as details being read, we'll make sure to have those in the show
Yeah.
notes. We'll have those for you guys available. So check out the YouTube channel, okay? Check
Yes,
out
we'll
our
keep
platform. Exactly,
The
we'll have them.
ongoings and
Yes.
and when all the little secrets start coming
Yeah.
out,
Oh,
how
yeah, they
it's gonna
coming.
be
Yeah.
there.
Coming out.
We
Yeah.
are going to let everybody know, and we'll keep informing you so you don't forget and you have that on your calendar.
Absolutely. And I feel like this is the most important question. Where can people learn more about the Pink and Black Honors, get more information, and so forth?
Going to the pinkandblackhonors.com.
Okay.
There is where you will be able, once the tickets are released for you to be able to purchase your tickets, you'll be able to go there to do that. There will be instructions on the website in order for you all to participate as far as the applicants, if we do choose to do the pitch competition again, and also submitting your application for honoree status as well for the event. So pinkandblackhonors.com, that's exactly where you want to go, and then we'll have more promotion coming up pretty soon just to kind of keep it out there and keep it fresh in you all's head. So pinkandblackhonors.com.
Yep, and we'll have the show notes for all those who don't like looking around. It'll be right there for you. You can go look. And also, where can people reach you and find out more?
Yes, please. So we have our website, balancesharegym.com, and then we also have social media, Instagram and Facebook at Balance Share Gym.
Awesome.
Let's see all those little mamas in there.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Call up for your baby girl.
That's
Because
right.
she knows gymnastics.
That's right.
No, that's what I'm talking about. And the last guys, we just want to make sure we want to thank you, the person watching, the person listening. We want to thank you. Guys, we are almost to 8,000 subscribers. It is unheard of to reach that amount of subscribers in only 2 years. So let's not disregard that. That's amazing because that lets us know that you guys want to see great guests like we have today, and just let us know that there's our purpose and our why behind doing this is being validated. So thank you guys. So roll to 1,000 subscribers. 10,000 subscribers. I'm sorry, we way past that. 10,000 subscribers. So yeah.
Roll to 10,000.
Yes, roll to 10,000. Absolutely.
Roll to 100K.
Yes.
You know what? Come on, Demetrius. Come on, Demetrius. Come on, man. You right. My bad. You know.
Can we speak a million?
Come on. Yeah, no.
I can see it. I can see it.
Listen. And just let us know that once again there are people, because you know so crazy. Our demographic isn't in Cleveland. There's people outside of our city, outside of our state, who want to see what great thing we're doing in our city. So thank you guys for once again having just great stories for us to be able to show the people.
Are we bringing in tourists?
Hmm?
Are we bringing people to the city? Like, oh yeah, we can go to so-and-so.
That's
We
right.
can do this.
Listen, no. We think God is good, and we thank you for having great guests, y'all. So thank you.
Thank you for having us, guys.
Thank you. And thank you to the person who watches, because once again, you guys make it all work for this. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yep. So guys, this is episode 162. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
All right, take care.
Love her.
And let me tell you, I wasn't sure if I was going to do the Pink and Black Honors again, but when I had lunch with Sharita, she said, you know what? You went to hell. You got the keys. And you came back out. She said you survived it. That was the hard part. Let's go.
Let's go.
I was going to bring her up during the interview. And I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
No,
Okay.
I was going to just tell him that during those 2 weeks is when I dug into my why. And I cried and I had to release, and I thought about my brother because he was my strength. He was my rock. He was there for me for everything, and I thought about my why. And he lost his life because he didn't have that mentor. He didn't have anybody saying, man, you can't do this.
Right.
He was healthy. He was fine.
Right.
And this is my first time seeing how he died, that a tree crushed him to death. So I'm just getting my strength to say what happened to him.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's hard. Not a lot of people can be that open and vulnerable about things like that.
Yes.
There's always that happy face, right?
Yeah.
So,
And it's not, that's the other side of entrepreneurship. How do you get back up after you experience that? I didn't for years.
Wow.
For 2015 was the year he died. I got into tax trouble. I got into all type of trouble because I couldn't get back up.
Get it together.
I guess I should have said all of this,
I
but I couldn't get back up. But then he kept pushing me in I would hear a song and I just got that fire back. And I said, when it's time, I'm going to share your story.
Yeah.
I think
I
you
love
should
that.
definitely
I think
share that next time, just because, you know, we all know being entrepreneurs that you get days where it's like,
Life
I just,
happens.
all types of things are hitting you, and you're like, I just think I might need to shut it on down, or, you know, I'm going back to work and I'm just gonna do this guaranteed money, and you know what I'm saying? That happens. It does.
Yeah.
People
That happens all
don't.
the time.
People don't realize. People think when you have a business, you have all this money and cash and everything is lovely, and you know, it's definitely not like that. You work harder. We all know you work harder. And I was gonna bring Sharita up during the show because, you know, I was kind of sharing the same type of situation with her. I was just like, you know, I don't feel like I'm at the place that I'm supposed to be. I've been in the game for 5 years. All these people have come behind me and they're way further along. And I just, you know, just sharing things with her, like, you know, is this really, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing, things like that. And she was like, I was like, I don't think I'm connected right. I think people, you know, I'm just not connected with the right people. And she was like, but do you want to be? She's like, do you feel like you absolutely need that? She was like, I think if you want to go into the political side of businesses, of running your own business, and you want to connect with those people, because it's going to become politicized. If you're trying to connect with, you know, the people that you're talking about, it's going to be, she was like, or are you okay where you are? Have you been growing? You know, and she just said that to me, and I was like, no, I don't. I always tell everybody I like being behind the scenes, you know, and I'm like, and that's true. I don't want to be, I don't want to be out in the open like that. I'm okay with the wine speaking for itself as long as I have the right marketing behind it and everything. But she gave me the best advice on that. She was just
She's
like, you're
amazing.
doing great.
Sounds true.
You're doing fine. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. The event was amazing. I'm so proud of you. And she's like, and I'm like, okay. I'm listening.
But how many of us have been in that place though? Not even just business spans to life in so many different ways. How many of us have been in places where you're just like, I mean, am I really where I need to be? You're looking to the left at your friends doing this. You're looking to the right at social media and these people doing this. And you're like, I'm just trying to get by. And sometimes you need that friendship, that network, that confidant that'll speak into you and say, be steadfast. Go through the process.
Yes.
You starting at the beginning, you see the end part, but what about that middle?
Yes.
You just going through this middle part. You know what I mean? Once you know it's, man.
You stay
God
in your
gives the
lane
increase.
to stay
Absolutely.
in your lane.
But it's
So
hard to
important.
do.
You know how many people have come to me and said, I want to open a daycare. Do you really?
That's a good one.
Do you really? I mean, everybody I've known. Do you really want to change Pampers? Do you really want to do this? And I tell them all of them the story of a little boy that got his arm stuck in between the door, and they couldn't get it out. And then they came to me and said, "We can't get his arm out. It's turning purple." First thing I do is I drop to my knees. I said, "God, I need you now." And then I said, "Somebody go get some Crisco," and somebody called it 911. They got me the grease, and I was able to work his little arm out. But are you ready for that? Because at the end of the day, some people have lost children. They came home from a field trip and that little boy didn't come home.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for that? Stay in your lane.
Yeah, that's good.
I told you I got certified, and I had to talk with myself like,
Right.
girl, down right now.
Right now.
What are you doing?
And it's
Like
okay.
before I took any steps, I went and got the certificate, and I was like,
Right.
Yeah.
come on, Nick.
But you
Once
stayed
again,
in
Come on,
Nick.
But what? How do you
Like,
stay?
don't do it.
How do you stay in your lane? What's the prayer that you pray every day about
But-
alignment?
Oh, I pray, yes. Every morning, when I get up, I ask God to align me to my purpose, to His purpose, and what assignments He has for me. You have to ask. You can't just go out and do anything. You will get. It could cost you your life. Is that a button?
Yes.
Listen,
That was a
We're gonna
buzz.
get them a buzz.
That was
listen,
We're going to add that excerpt.
listen, y'all playing around. I'm on Amazon tonight.
Yeah.
Amazon tonight. Y'all
That's
playing.
so, yes. I love
And
that.
Steve.
I love that.
We had it. Steve, that was my brother. That's what I'm talking.
You got that?
We kept it going.
I
That's right.
promise, Steve.
That's
I
my
was
brother.
over here like, dang, I wish we would have kept it going. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's going.
No.
Literally, I said
I gave
that.
Steve-
I'm
I
like, I'm
said,
pretty
Steve.
sure it's
I
still
said,
going.
Steve.
And just
Yeah.
imagine if she didn't get up, I wouldn't be here right now. You guys wouldn't know me. The parents that have found me from the Pink
Yeah.
Encounters wouldn't know me.
Right.
She's leading the baton.
And it's so important what you're doing.
Yeah.
No,
So
absolutely.
important.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I can't wait to see your
Oh,
show.
yeah.
You in tears on your head.
Everybody, my pastor,
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
sees the glory. They don't see
No,
the
the
story
story, no.
behind it.
And
They don't see that.
that's why I love our episode because I promise you, man, we didn't have everybody on here. I remember we had Bashir. Bashir's 3 hours long, and he
Oh
just
my
he
God.
just went. He just unloaded, not unloaded, but he was being an authentic self.
Sure.
And I love our platform because people are just they can not saying release, but they can tell their real story. Because like you said, no one knows the story behind.
Exactly.
They see the social media, they see the highlights, they don't see the story behind it. And that's why I love what we do
Yeah,
here.
that's
I
awesome.
love what you guys are
Awesome.
doing.
Me too,
Also,
right?
you are. I mean, this is just. That's why, if hands down, I'm gonna make sure, whatever basis we get,
Get ready.
this will be the first call.
Oh, thank you. No, we thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Truly.
No. And you talk about you want to talk about wires being in your lane. I promise you, I will listen to Ernie Leisure. I listen to all these different platforms. I'm like, man, they don't have nothing like this in Cleveland. It's like there's nothing like this at all. And like I promise you, and shout out to Marquita, shout out because she believed in it when no one else did. I reached out to her like, hey, will you think about doing this? She's like, let's do it. And man, we here now in 122 right here, right? You know.
But you said something too, and I kind of just wanted to end on this because I'm feeling your spirit. You said to entrepreneurs who, if you aren't being recognized, create the table, right? Create the table. What the Bible says that the Lord will prepare the
Table for you,
right? So sometimes all we got to do is show up, right? All you got to do is show up and let God prepare the table for you. So if God is giving you an idea, and I'm speaking to myself as strongly as I'm speaking
Speaking to me.
everybody else in this room, if God has given you an idea, and if God has given you an investment, it is a duty of yours to return on that investment that God has given you. You got to think about when He gave the people the talents, right? And He said, go and multiply. Go and multiply. Go and multiply what I gave you, right? He gave 1 5, 1 3, and 1 1. The other two, they went and they multiplied what it is that God gave them.
Yeah.
But the other one that only had one, he was scared. So he buried it in the ground, and when it came time to pay the piper, he called him evil. He said, where's what I gave you? He said, here it is. You only gave me back what I already planted in the inside of you.
That's good.
Right? So you're the most wicked of all because you didn't step out and you didn't return on the investment that I gave you.
That's good.
If you got an idea, if you have a thought, if you have a passion, if you got a love, if you have anything in you that can serve, you better do it.
Do it.
You better do it. I'm telling you, create the table, God will prepare it. That's it.
That's it. That's good.
That's it.
That's my
Because
drop.
someone behind, is somebody behind you
Waiting on
waiting
you.
on
Yeah.
you, waiting on you,
Yeah.
waiting on you.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone back there that needs us to walk into our position, like you
Yeah.
said, to walk in our position to help them get to their next. It's an assignment.
It's an assignment.
Understand your assignment. That's why I ask God every morning, align me to my assignment. Align me to
Yeah, I love that. There's nothing.
align me
That's
to
awesome.
divine connections. Align me.
Obedience.
Wow. Y'all better stop. I'm about to run out
I
of
know.
here. Let me get myself together so I can get out of here.
Up and down the
I
street.
love y'all, family. Right.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh my God. All right.
So two
Yeah.
things we gotta let everybody know to watch the episode. So we're gonna have y'all do a promo for that. Like